Let's begin now. So good morning, students of class 10. Welcome back to the e-classes now. Let us begin our lesson in democratic politics. We are doing power sharing. Here, this is the title of the chapter, Democratic Politics 2. Democratic Politics 1 is in class 9, and in class 10 we have Democratic Politics 2. Now we have power sharing, and we are talking about Belgium and Sri Lanka. First we'll talk about Belgium, then we'll compare with Sri Lanka. Power sharing, we are doing that. So the power of the government has to be shared, otherwise there will be a lot of complication. There will be, you can say, misunderstanding between the different communities. How power is shared. For example, in our country also we have power sharing. We have central government, state government, local self-government, that is vertical, and we have legislative, executive and judiciary, that is horizontal. In this way power has to be shared. But let's take the example of Belgium. First we'll talk about Belgium, then we'll talk about Sri Lanka. So let's begin now. There are altogether 6 points. Every day we have 5-6 points. We will learn so that you can understand clearly. Now number 1, listen carefully. Belgium, we'll take the example of Belgium. It's a very small country, smaller than the state of Haryana in our country. Belgium is a small country in Europe. It's a very small country, smaller than the state of Haryana. We have Haryana in our country, the state of Haryana. The area of Belgium is smaller than that. Even the population is half of that Haryana. Smaller than the state of Haryana, with the population of about 1 crore. In Belgium, the population there is about 1 crore. Half the population of Haryana, you can see that. The size is also small compared to Haryana, and even the population is half. We have Haryana more than the population more than this Belgium. So the half the population of Haryana in our country. So you can see the population as well as the area. It has borders. Let's talk about the bordering neighboring countries. It has borders with Netherlands, France and Germany. It is bounded by 3 countries on all sides. One side Netherlands, one side France, one side Germany. Now, the ethnic composition. Ethnic means certain groups. Certain groups or races, that is called ethnic. The ethnic composition, the composition of the people. Composition, you can say that the structure. The composition of this small country is very, very complex. It is very difficult to understand. So I'll make it very clear to you. So the ethnic composition or the composition of the population, their distribution is very, very complex. You need to understand. Let's go through the fact and figure very clearly. Pay attention. 59% of the population in Belgium, 59% of the population live in Flemish, that is in the northern area, that's called Flemish, and Flemish region, and speak Dutch. You can see that 59% speak Dutch, and another 40% people, that is they live in the southern part. Another 40% people live in Wallonia, that is Wallonia region, and speak French. By comparing these two, 59 and 40%, which has got the majority? The Dutch speaking people have the majority in the country. In the country, Dutch has got the majority, and French, they are minority. Understand? Now here 59 Dutch speaking people, that is they live towards the northern side, and 40% they speak French and they live towards the southern side of the country. You see the majority and minority in the country. Now let us look remaining 1%. Now 59 and 40, that is 99. 1%, remaining 1% of the Belgians who live there speak German. That means German speaking people are very, very less in number. So 1%. So that comes to 100%. Now we'll talk about these two. Let us look at the capital city, Brussels. The capital of Belgium is Brussels. Let us look the composition of Brussels. Okay? After comparing the composition of the country, after that we'll compare the composition of Brussels, that is the capital city. About 80% people speak French. I mean, you can see that. In the country, French are minority, but in Brussels, they are majority. You see that? You understand?
Yes.
In the country, that is 40%, they are minority. Dutch speaking people are majority in the country. But in the capital city, Brussels, you can see that about 80% people speak French. That means they are in the majority in the Brussels. While 20% speak Dutch. You can see that. The composition of the country and the capital. So here, the Dutch speaking people are majority in the country, but whereas in the capital city they are minority. Only 20% people speak Dutch. The minority French in the country, French are the minority. The minority French, we are talking about the whole country. In the country, the French are minority. They speak, French speaking community was rich and powerful. I mean, you can see that. In the country, French speaking people are only about 40%, but they are very rich and powerful. This was resented. Resented means disapproved, did not like, express displeasure. Resented means express displeasure. That means the Dutch speaking people, majority of the people in the country did not like French speaking people. They dislike, disapprove. They express displeasure. They are not happy with this French speaking people. So you can see this was resented by the Dutch speaking people in the country who got the economic development. Who got the economic development? By the French. Since French are powerful and they are rich, so they have factories, they have many institutions run by these French speaking people, and these majority of the people, Dutch speaking people, they got the benefit. They got the benefit from this economic development. So this led to tension between Dutch speaking people and the French speaking community during 1950s. Because of this, since Dutch speaking people are majority in the country, but they are not happy with the French speaking people. Why? Because they are powerful, they are rich, and most of the wealth is concerned in the hand of the French speaking people who are minority in the country. But you compare them in the Brussels they are majority and they are also powerful. The power is also in their hand and the money is also in their hand. So that's why the Dutch speaking people are not happy with the French speaking people, especially during 1950s. Now what happens? How the power is being shared there? So we'll talk about in our next class tomorrow or day after tomorrow. You will be coming next day. So tomorrow I will teach the same thing to the next group. So we'll talk about how the power is being shared there. When you see this composition, so it is quite difficult to have the you can say the leaders or the representatives. That means majority of the people will have more representatives than the minorities. So naturally here the Dutch speaking people will dominate the French speaking people. So this also will cause a problem later on. So in this way, how their problem was solved and peacefully. There was no disturbance. The power sharing was done very, very peacefully. But not in Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, there was a lot of disturbance, a lot of mass killings, and there was a lot of fight for almost 20 years. Long time back, they fought. So in this way, here we have the peaceful power sharing. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about Sri Lanka and compare them. And we'll see in our country also. We'll compare all these things and we'll look in our country what we have done so far. So this much for today. in our next class we'll talk about how the power is being shared, was shared among these people of Brussels or people of Belgium. So this much for today. We'll meet in the next class and we'll continue our lesson about Belgium, how the power was shared there peacefully. So that's all for today. Thank you for your watching as well as your attention and your presence. Thank you very much. We'll meet in the next class.